Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Big Joe and Laura Show on Mix 95.7. It is Friday, May 17th, 2024. Laura Hardy, good morning. How's it going?
I'm doing decent, kind of tired and running in circles, but at least maybe Justin let me sleep a little bit last night. I guess probably because he knows that this weekend I'm not going to be sleeping a lot because I'm traveling and doing some partying and having some fun. So
That almost sounds like, not to segue into something that's coming up this hour, but that almost sounds like a little win.
it kind of was a little win, and I'll have another little win when we get up there. But yeah, no, we're going to Atlanta this weekend to see Kenny Chesney, and
Oh, cool.
we have Sandbar tickets, and I'm really excited because I've never gotten to see Kenny Chesney or be that close to him. So like, it's going to be cool.
I saw Kenny Chesney back in the day. Gosh, it was when I first got here to Grand Rapids. We had like a big kind of a beach party in the, there used to be a parking lot of the Bob, which they all have like, now it's kind of like an outside area. It used to just be a parking lot out there.
Okay.
And we brought in like a giant truck and like dumped sand all over the parking lot. It was such a cool thing. Marcus and our promotion at the time, he just did an awesome job with that. And yeah, we had I think it was one of the coolest like events radio wise I've got to do, where we had like a giant pre-party with everybody out there. It's like a beach party because it was Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, we did something kind of similar in Louisville, but instead we found a volleyball place,
Okay.
like where you can play outdoor volleyball because that's a little more common in the South.
Yeah.
And they put pennies in the sand, and if you found one of the certain pennies, you got tickets to go. And so like they sent like 50 people out there to dig through sand for pennies to win this prize. And I was like, that is insane. Like people were going wild, and I'm like, I can't imagine how frustrating it would be to have to dig through like, hundreds and hundreds of gallons of sand just to find a single penny. That's like literally a needle in a haystack scenario.
I just like, psst, hey, can I borrow a penny?
Yeah,
Look it, I found
Look,
one.
I found it. I think they were marked a special
Oh.
way, but I mean, it was still really cool. And it's one of those things that's like, man, I hope one day we get to do something cool like that.
Oh, man. You know what? We are so excited that you are here with us and that we're getting to look forward to that stuff. If you got something that you're looking forward to, like Laura is this weekend, or maybe just you got some good news, some little wins. I know some seniors yesterday graduated, like they had their high school graduation. It's that time of year. We'd love to hear that good news. Share it with us. 616-600-0957. That's 616-600-0957. You can call, DM, send a voice message, all of that inside our Mix 95.7 app. Today, not to be bittersweet, but it is the last day for your chance to see Justin by the Bay, Justin Timberlake in Florida.
So you got 3 chances to collect those codes. Plus, there are a few additional ways that you can get entered inside the Mix 95.7 app. So get on it. Don't miss it. First one's coming up at 10 o'clock. Right now, it's the Killers. Let's get into it. It's Mix 95.7.
It's time for Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7.
Michigan Stadium will start selling alcohol this season. The university made the announcement yesterday. Alcohol sales will kick off on August 31st at the Big House with the home game against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Now, the school says, hey, we came to this decision after carefully reviewing how alcohol sales have gone at the Chrysler Center and Yost Ice Arena, where they've been selling alcohol since February.
Yeah, they said no one got too drunk, which is honestly kind of impressive for college venues.
I didn't go to college, but when I would attend with my friends that went there, I felt like everybody was wasted before the games even started. So maybe this will slow it down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably the move. Okay, this is a bummer because I really love this place, but the Matchbox Diner and Drinks in Easttown has filed for bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean they're closing their doors, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
They are working to reorganize, and they intend to stay open according to court documents that have been filed. They said that it was first profitable when it opened back in January 2016, but then the pandemic happened, and apparently they kind of got caught up in taking too many PPP loans and some other stuff like that. And long story short, they really just need to get their book in order to hopefully stay open. But I really like that place. If you haven't checked it out, you really ought to.
And for your final Need to Know news story, we're heading to downtown Grand Rapids, where the Van Andel Arena got a really cool shout out on social media from Adam Bett of the band AJR.
Wow.
As you know, I run an organization called Planet Reimagined, and we focus on bringing together research and advocacy around climate. And the venue, which is the Van Andel Arena, decided to make a really lovely donation to both us at Planet Reimagined and Kids Food Basket. So thank you so much for supporting us and Kids Food Basket, an amazing organization. We really appreciate it. And another cool gift from an arena. Thank you.
Oh, that's really sweet of them to do that. I don't know if they do it for every artist, but I love that they're at least like kind of doing some good in the community with some of the money that they obviously made off the concert.
You can see that video right now inside the Mix 95.7 app, and that's Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7. Big Big Joe's Little Wins happening right now on Mix 95.7. Call us and share the good stuff that's happening in your life, something maybe you're looking forward to or maybe happened this week. I know a lot of kids were graduating from high school last night, or at least the next couple of days will be. 616-600-0957. That's 616-600-0957. Of course, you can call us, DM us, send us a voice message as well in our Mix 95.7 app. Laura, I'd like to go to you first if you don't mind. You got a little win you'd share with us?
I have a micro win and I have a little win. My micro win is that baby Justin let me sleep through the night other than one time when he woke me up. So tiny claps for a tiny guy. Shh, don't wake him up. He's still asleep. Come on, seriously, what are you doing? And then my second win is this weekend. I'm really excited. I'm heading back to Atlanta, Georgia for the first time in a very long time. It holds a special place in my heart because my dad went to college at the University of Georgia, and so growing up, he always told me all of his stories about living in Athens and going to Atlanta and all this other stuff. So I'm kind of excited when we get into the airport. We're going to eat at one of his favorite places that happens to also have a location in the airport. And then we're going to see Kitty Chesney and have some good times, maybe go to the aquarium. So I'm really excited to go back to a city I haven't been to in a long time that's really special to my past.
I'm excited for this weekend. My little win is I get to attend one of the biggest birthday parties of all time. Okay, I'm kidding. My niece, though, Madison, is turning 1, and we're having a little birthday party. So it'll be good to see family, get to hang out with the nieces and everybody else, and just see family and celebrate it. It's just crazy how, I'm sure you already know this, Laura, but to see how time flies. Like my niece, holy cow, she's already a year old.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I can't believe my little dude is 6 months. It goes by so fast, and their personality just explodes at some point. And I'm kind of in that phase right now. But happy birthday, Madison. Is there a theme?
Oh, boy, hold on. Let me check the Facebook.
Oh
I'll get back to you on that one.
Oh, my gosh. Worst uncle.
I am. That's true. I've voted it year after year. 616-600-0957. If you have a little win you'd like to share with us, that's 616-600-0957. Got my buddy Aaron from East Lansing on the phone this morning. Hey, tell us about your little win.
Yeah, so I coach 10U softball out here, and the little wins are just watching these girls, from trying out to the first day of practice, and now we're about a couple months in and just watching them improve with every practice and just get more confident in themselves and grow a love for the game.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so how are you guys doing this season? Like, do you think that you guys are going to walk away with any trophies, or is it just about the fact that they're doing better?
I think we've got some really good talent on the team, some really good arms, and we haven't started playing yet. The games start in about 2 weeks or so, so looking to see how we match up here soon.
Now, let me ask you the important question, Aaron. Who's responsible for bringing, the post-game snacks, and what are they?
Most important part, right? Actually, I have already bought, a bucket of, gum online and some sunflower seeds to make them feel like big leaguers. We haven't set up the snack train yet, but that's certainly coming.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey, thanks for doing what you do with those girls and for sharing your little win. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for what you guys do, too. You got a great show.
Oh, man, we appreciate that. That is what we're talking about. Big Joe's Little Wins. Share yours right now. Pick up the phone. Come on. Give that good stuff to everybody in West Michigan. 616-600-0957 or pick up the Mix 95.7 app. You can call us, DM us, or send a voice message.
It's time for Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7.
The Grand Rapids Rise upset the number 1 seed Atlanta Vibe to secure a spot in the championship game this weekend. They're now facing off against the Omaha Supernovas. Saturday, that championship game happens at 4:30 p.m. Let's go, ladies. Bring back that championship.
They need to get them on TV because I'm really bummed that we can't watch this live as it's happening, but I'll be stalking the score online to make sure they're doing well during the game. This is so cool. I don't know if you've ever seen them in real life, but the Budweiser Clydesdales are coming for the Grand Haven Coast Guard Festival this summer.
I have not seen those, but I've seen a Clydesdale horse, and they don't even look real. They're so freaking big.
It's insane. Okay, just to give you an idea, if you've not seen them before, kind of like Joe, in order to be one of the Budweiser Clydesdales, they have to be at least 72 inches tall at their shoulder, which is taller than I am as
12,
a person.
36, 48,
That's like
60.
6.5 feet.
Oh my gosh. Okay. They're like the Rockettes of horses. horses.
Yeah, just to their shoulders, though. They have a whole head past that. Then they also have to be between 1,800 and 2,300 pounds. And then they have to have certain like color patterns in order to look like the rest of them. But it's insane. If you want to see them, they're going to be at the Grand Parade on August 3rd at 11:45. And I'm going to be there fangirling because I just really think these horses are so cool.
And if you don't like the artist Jelly Roll, first of all, something's wrong with you. But
Yep.
this is going to get you hyped up. Last night, they had the ACM Awards. It's a country music show. And Jelly Roll got emotional with this acceptance speech.
I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but no pun intended, but seriously, this song saved me. I was in a dark place. I wrote it from my soul. I knew people would connect with it. 1 year ago today, Lainey Wilson and I stood on this stage and debuted it. This song is a triple platinum record. I wrote it with a high school friend. We never thought we'd be songwriters. I never thought I'd be standing here. I thought I would die or go to jail, and I'm standing here as an ACM Award winner. You hear what I'm talking about, Texas? Let's go, baby!
How do you not root for Jelly Roll? He is genuinely the most likable, awesome human being on the planet.
Plus, his name's cool, right? That's Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7. It is the Big Joe and Laura Show on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids' best mix. And Laura, sometimes your ideas you bring up, I say, what is she talking about? But I love this.
I think this is fun. So, okay, when you go vacation in Hawaii and you get off the plane, they always hand you a lei, you know, those flower necklaces that are really fun.
Yes.
But when you come to Michigan, we don't hand you anything. Like, Hawaii's the only place that does that. And I feel like that's not cool. Michigan's an awesome place, and we should have some sort of gift for everyone who decides to come visit the Mitten State.
Okay.
So, I want to know, when people get off the plane here in Michigan, what should they be handed? I would love to hear your answers at 616-600-0957, or you can send us a DM or voice memo inside the Mix 95.7 app. Joe, what do you think people getting off planes in Michigan should immediately be handed?
I hope I don't take everybody's thunder because we really do want you to call in 616-600-0957 and share. But I think it's an obvious answer, right? You need to hand somebody that come off a plane. They're probably tired. They're probably a little hungry. And this is the ultimate symbol of Michigan. And that's a Detroit Coney dog.
I'm going to be really honest. If I get off a plane and you hand me a Coney dog, I'm going to be like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is so messy. I don't want this.
Eat it.
Yeah, but if I'm going to eat it, imagine how dirty the floor would be right outside of the, like when you walk off the plane and out of that little hallway, whatever it's called, into like the lobby area. And you're just like, I'm going to eat me a hot dog. And there's just chili everywhere. It's going to look like Texas Roadhouse, but instead of the peanut shells, it's just going to be chili everywhere.
You could have a designated Coney eating area when people get off the plane.
That's what they do with the old smoking areas that no longer are used in
Or
airports.
if you want to, I feel like we need to spend the money in this. But if you want to take the Coney dog, just cut it up into smaller pieces. So it's just like one bite to, you know, kind of give your taste buds a treat when they arrive.
Single bite. Okay, but who makes the Coney then? Because that's the whole like controversy. Whose Coney do you get at the door?
I mean, that's a whole nother discussion. We don't have time for that right now. But in general, when we come to a resolution, yes, you get off a plane in Michigan, you should be handed a Detroit Coney dog. Well, since you brought this up, do you have any idea like what people should get?
I got a way better option. It's way cheaper. It's way easier to deal with. What about a little Michigan Collector's Cup? And it has either Werner's or Faygo in it based on your preference. Because I know Faygo's our whole thing. I'm not a big Faygo person. I do love Werner's, though. If I was handed a Werner's as soon as I got off the plane in Michigan, it would cleanse my palate. I'd feel nice and bubbly and refreshed, and I'd be ready to go do some Michigan activities.
Yeah, I do love Faygo, but I think maybe Werner's might be the universal standard right there. Like you go, because there's so many the different Faygo flavors. Because what do you do? Do you do Rock and Ride? Do you do Red Pop? Moon Mist? What are you going with?
Or maybe they could have one of those giant soda fountains like they have at Celebration Cinemas that has like the 50 different flavors of soda, and you just get the tiny cup and you get to pick your Michigan soda. They could even include Bricks, the soda from right here in Grand Rapids. So you just get to pick a Michigan soda, have yourself a little sip, and realize we are the best soda makers in America, and then go along your way on your little Michigan adventures.
Love the idea of options, but I don't think people that are getting off airplanes can handle that freedom. I think it's just, this is all you get, take it or leave it. So
or
we've got...
people leaving Michigan would be trying to steal little samples. They're
Yes.
like, no, you live here. You don't get the samples.
So we have a Detroit Coney dog. We've got Faygo or Werner's or Bricks, like some kind of a drink you can sip. What else do you have?
616-600-0957 or DM us in the Mix 95.7 app. What should people get when they walk off the plane here in Michigan? We're Big Joe and Laura on Mix 95.7.
When you get off a plane in Hawaii, you get laid. They put one around your neck. Hey, we're Big Joe and Laura on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix.
Boo. I see what you did there.
What? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, in Michigan, though, if we get off the plane, maybe in Grand Rapids or Detroit at one of the airports, what should people be handed saying, hey, welcome to Michigan?
We want to know what yours is at 616-600-0957, or you can send us a DM in the Mix 95.7 app like Callie in Holland, who you said people in Hawaii get laid. She says people in Hawaii should get, or people in Michigan should get stoned. She thinks that they should get a Petoskey stone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I'm like,
No,
okay.
I mean, I guess that is an option. You could always hand them one of our nice legal resources that aren't so legal in other states.
Have you ever seen, because I remember as like a kid in elementary school seeing a Petoskey stone. I thought it was the coolest little rock formation ever. Have you seen one?
I've seen pictures. I've never seen a real one. I've always wanted to. I think they're so cool because I love shiny things in general, like rainbowy looking things. So I think that would be one of the coolest things you could hand me.
That would be great.
Porta Potty Drew in Fruitport. He DM'd us in the Mix 95.7 app and said, I think people should be given an oven mitt of Michigan that says you are here. And it has like pointing to what part of the state you're currently in, which I love.
I like that idea.
And Jenny in Rockford says those Mackinac Island fudge edibles, speaking of stoned, she says, so they get the best of both worlds.
Maybe give it to the kids that are really like loud and annoying on the plane. That might calm them down a little bit, like when they're leaving.
That.
Well, that's just my suggestion. What do you have? 616-600-0957.
Jeff in Rockford, what do you think people should be handed when they get off the plane in Michigan?
Probably some sunblock and a snow hat.
Because you never know which weather you're going to get.
You never know.
Can you imagine the ultimate confusion? Like, what? Like, trust me.
No, trust me, you're going to need both of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeff, that's a great answer. Thank you for calling us this morning. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's time to play Laura Can't Lose on Mix 95.7. Here's how it happens. You'll have 1 minute to answer 5 questions. You can pass if you need to, and we'll come back if time allows. A tie goes to Laura because, well, her name's on the show. Here's who's playing Laura Can't Lose today.
Representing Wyoming, let's say good morning to Nathan.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Well, I'm licking my wounds after 2 losses already this week, so I'm hoping maybe you'll be kind to me, Nathan, but if not, you are in a good place to hopefully win today.
All right, we'll try.
Nathan, can you tell Laura to get out of the studio? Go ahead and kick her out.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, I'm out.
All right, when that door closes, we will begin. Question 1. An Outkast hit song, Hey Ya, what do they tell you to shake it like?
Like a Polaroid picture.
Question 2. What movie features a team of superheroes including Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor?
That would be the Avengers.
Question 3. What bridge connects Michigan with Canada in Detroit?
Ooh, pass on that one.
Question 4. Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend?
That would be Minnie Mouse. That's my daughter's favorite.
Oh, there you go. Question 5. Who sang the hit song Because You Loved Me?
Oh, I don't know. Pass on that.
Question 3 again. What bridge connects Michigan with Canada in Detroit?
Oh, I just don't know the name of that one.
Okay, and question 5 again. Who sang the hit song Because You Loved Me?
I can't even hear it in my head right now. I don't know that song.
Okay, I'm going to bring Laura back in.
Laura, la 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 Laura.
All right, so you mentioned a daughter, Nathan. You got a daughter? Tell us about her.
Yeah, so she's 4 years old. She was born right before the pandemic. She's very spunky, very teenager-like right now. This is a silly little girl. We love her.
All right, well, Laura, you got something to look
Martin.
forward to then
I was
with
going
your
to say,
boy.
I can't wait till my little dude's that old because I feel like he's going to have a lot of personality.
Yeah, you got some fun days ahead of you, Laura.
Oh, yeah. No, trust me, I'm in the trenches right now, so I'm looking forward to fun days ahead.
As much as I want you to win, Nathan, I think Laura has a chance. Nathan went 3 for 5. So
Okay.
3 of them, it'll be a tie. Any more than that, and you win today, Laura.
Not bad. Let's see how it goes.
Question 1. In Outkast hit song Hey Ya, what did they tell you to shake it like?
A Polaroid picture, of course.
I miss
even though
those.
Polaroid said you're not supposed to shake them.
Okay, well then you guys tell me how to develop the picture faster. 1-1 going into question 2. What movie features a team of superheroes including Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor?
That would be the Avengers.
Correct. We have a tie game 2-2. Question 3. What bridge connects Michigan with Canada in Detroit?
Oh, you're going to say it and tell me, and I know I don't remember. I'm just going to say the Mackinac Bridge, even though I know it's the wrong answer, because that's the only bridge I can think of right now.
That'd be a long connection. It is actually the Ambassador Bridge.
Thank you. I knew the second you said it, I would know it.
There's going to be another one soon. They're working on the Gordie Howe Bridge.
The forbidden exit, if you will.
All right, still a tie game, 2-2. Going into question 4. Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend?
That would be Minnie.
That is correct.
Although he should put a ring on it. It's been like 100 years.
Listen, some people don't like to do that. They just want to be partners. 3-3 going into your 5th question. Will we have a tie? Will Laura beat Nathan? Let's see. Who sang the hit song Because You Loved Me?
Is that Celine Dion?
Well, your brain was like a hamster trying to get the wheel spinning, but it worked. Laura, that is correct. You have beaten Nathan from Wyoming today, 4-3.
I am so sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
Hey, Nathan, now that you lost, you know what you have to do, right?
I'm Nathan from Wyoming, and Laura can't lose.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, call back and play anytime. And if you want to be like him, our jackpot is now up to $30 with the Michigan Lottery tickets. Give us a call right now at 616-600-0957.
Hi, my name's Big Joe from the Big Joe and Laura Show here on Mix 95.7, and I made a big mess yesterday.
That's not surprising. What kind of mess did you make this time, Joe?
Well, Laura, you and I were going out to speak to some kids at Kellogg'sville High School, kind of about radio as a possible career, and we had a great time. It was really fun, and right before we were going to leave to go to that event, I'm like, I got to get my protein shake. Let me just shake it up real quick. I do this every single morning. Well, I did not fully, click the lid on the top where you sip out of, and I'm going like hardcore, like a shake weight, getting this thing mixed up, and it pressurizes, and it goes all over my shirt, so you can see it, you can smell it, which is actually the worst part when it dries, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Why am I? And it was on the floor, it was everywhere. It was just a big Joe Big mess is what it was. But the worst timing though too,
You did not have time to change shirts yesterday.
We had to go straight there. So I'm just curious. Can you tell us about your big mess? Where did it happen? Whether it was your fault, which this was totally mine, or maybe somehow Laura would have been a bystander and I would have got it on her and it would have been a big mess.
I've
But
been so mad.
well, trust me, I was mad at myself too. 616-600-0957. That's 616-600-0957. I never really see you, Laura, make a ton of messes. Do you have anything where you've done that?
Oh my God, no, I'm the queen of making messes. I'm
Really?
just really good at playing it off because I do it so frequently that most people don't notice. I purposely do not own white clothing because I cannot be trusted to own white clothing because I spill stuff on myself so frequently. Like right now I'm wearing a sort of white tank top. It will not make it through the day without me somehow finding a way to spill a drink on it, spill a condiment, something stupid. I just know it.
This is not a big mess that I always make, but it was a thing that required my wife to sit me down and have kind of a serious conversation.
Oh no.
Apparently, I have ruined a lot of my shirts with mustard from eating Coney dogs. And so she's like, either eat it with your shirt off, which is disgusting in itself, or just don't eat them anymore.
We've had the discussion about you eating things with your shirt off. Please do not do that. However, I did have a circumstance recently, about a year ago. We were at the Grand Rapids Public Museum for an event.
Yeah.
And it was right before I had told you that I was pregnant with Justin. So I know that I was already kind of on pins and needles of just trying to navigate how crappy I felt without anyone noticing.
Yeah.
And so we went, I was wearing a white dress because it was a leftover dress from my wedding that basically I never wore. So I was like, I'll just wear it to this event. It'll look nice.
It'll look great.
I felt like crap. I spilled stuff all over myself by the end of the night because it was a drink or something where I just didn't feel good and I was walking weird and I just kind of dumped it on myself. I ruined that dress. I never got to wear it again. I don't think I could fit into it now if I wanted to regardless. So I guess that is a plus. But I've spilled so many things on myself. just the other day, I was eating in the car and I spilled stuff all over my seatbelt, my old car, thank God, not my new car, because I was trying to eat a sandwich and like the condiments went all over me, all over the seatbelt, all over my shirt. Like, it's incredible how incompetent I am at eating food like an adult.
You bringing that up, and I want to wrap up because I want to hear from other people, not just our stories. But I've actually had mustard stains before on my seatbelt.
Oh, no.
I have a problem, okay?
Listen, so you're not in bad company. We're not here to make fun of you. We want to know, when did you make a big mess? Go ahead, share it with us so we all feel a little better. 616-600-0957.
I'm Big Joe. She's Laura. We're the Big Joe and Laura show, and I like to make big messes, and I cannot lie.
Yeah, you really made a huge one. Yesterday, we were going to go speak to some kids at a high school. We did not have time to spare, and you decided to shake your protein shake in a way that made it go not only all over you, but all over our break room as well.
I was kind of doing it like when you go to the bar and they're making your cocktail, like I'm shaking it over my head.
Like a martini?
Kinda. Yeah, but I didn't have the actual cap all the way on. It looked like it did, and it shot out with that pressure, and I looked terrible, looked like a baby threw up on me, but I smelled like it too. Is that protein shake kind of a smell?
Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah,
it smelled so bad. And if you want to see the video, I did post it up at our Mix 95.7 GR and Big Joe and Laura Instagram stories. So go ahead, give us a follow, and you can laugh at Joe for his big mess. But you're not the only one that made a big mess, Joe. We always love hearing from you at 616-600-0957. But we got some DMs inside our Mix 95.7 app, including Kelly, who said she was sitting in her car waiting to go to a job interview, and she spilled Coke all over her white shirt.
Oh, no.
There's nothing she could do but joke about it, because obviously it's too late. You're at the interview. Game over. She said she started crying in the interview, and for some reason they still hired her.
Congrats.
I mean, I guess at least you have some understanding bosses. Honestly, that's got to be a dream job if they still like you even after you show up with Coke all over yourself.
I mean, I love wearing white, but I feel like whether it's a job interview or just life in general, you can only wear white at home. That's the only time where you're going to be in a safe spot. Good thing it was, too bad it wasn't Sprite or something like that. That would have probably not left a mark.
No kidding. Yeah. Or you just don't drink anything or eat anything with colors when you're wearing white. This one, poor Stacy at Cedar Springs, who was brave and DM'd us in the Mix 95.7 app. She said she got pooped on by a giant crane just before her son's hockey game last weekend.
Is that like a good omen? Like good luck?
I don't know, but it was all over her face, apparently, even. Like, it was, I mean, it's a crane. That's a big bird. She said it was like being sprayed with a hose, but it was poop. I'm so sorry, Stacy. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is my absolute nightmare. But thank you for sharing with us so we feel a little bit better about how messy we are.
Share your big mess with us. What happened? 616-600-0957.
We've got Sam in Grand Rapids on the line. Sam, when did you make a big mess?
All right, the simple version was early days of marriage, and I still get on my wife about this. We used to make the Kool-Aid from the packages in the empty gallon plastic milk jugs.
Yeah.
You know, I had to mix it up with the regular sugar. Well, my wife tends to not put the caps on properly, like you had said, Joe, where you didn't put your cap on.
Oh, no.
So knucklehead me, I'm going to shake the cherry Kool-Aid because it needs to get mixed with the sugar, and I pull it out of the fridge in the kitchen, and I take one shot up, and about half that gallon of Kool-Aid came out. All over me, all over the floor. My wife just started laughing. I said, how come you don't put the lids on tight? She goes, I'll help you clean it up. I'll help you clean it up. To this day, bless her soul, because I love her dearly, she still has a challenge putting caps on tight. So I check them every time.
You know what? That's a tough lesson to learn.
I was going to say, I feel like you're my husband right now.
Especially with cherry Kool-Aid. Come on, man.
Oh, let's say it doesn't come out of anything. It might as well be blood at that point. Like, that is in there. You're done. Game over.
I could see you, Sam, like the Kool-Aid man's normally like, oh, yeah. You're like, oh, no.
That's kind of what I felt like. It took me years to get the belly like Kool-Aid man, but at that time I was a little slimmer.